Hey guys, it's Bethany, your crafty BFF, and today I am excited to be on to announce a new swap that I'm hosting. Um, it's not going to be due till July 8th, so the current swap that I'm hosting should be um, out of my house and in the recipient's hands with plenty of time when I start receiving these entries. So, I am here to talk about the mini swap. Yes, we are making everything miniature. Um, I'm I'm going to go over some of this information, but then I'm also going to show you ways around having to buy like special dies and things like that to come up with like your mini memory dex card, for example. Not all of us have the mini memory dex card dies, so I am going to show you how to do that at the end of the video. So, the mini swap due July 8th, no late entries. Um, I'm sticking to my guns this time because you have plenty of time. Today is April 30th. So, you have 2 months, right? April, May, June, July. Yeah. So you have over 2 months to get this in. So there will be no late entries, just to keep it fair to everyone who does get their entry in on time. I'm doing things a little differently this time. Um, I'm I'm just trying out this swap method that Lacey over at the Cheeky Bum does a lot, where you get to pick what embellishments you're gonna make. So I'm not um, requiring that you specifically make anything except for a mini memory dex card. That is a requirement. They are generally 3 and 3 1/4 inches by 3 inches tall. You must include your information on the back. That is a requirement as well. And then we are going to make 6 sets of miniature embellishments. You can choose from the list of ideas I have here, or you can come up with your own. Um, I'm asking that you please consider a set of miniature embellishments a minimum of 3, because these are mini little embellishments. So let's consider a set of embellishments to be 3 for this mini swap. And then I'm requiring that you package it in a fun, creative way. So you could make a mini embellishment book. You could use this cute little, this is a, that tote die from KS Craft. You could use this because it's miniature and it should hold what you need it to hold. Um, yeah. So, like, for example, so some ideas I have are a set of mini rosettes, 1 inch or less. I think a typical rosette is about 1.5 to 2 inches, and so make your mini rosette 1 inch or smaller in diameter. You can do a set of mini bows. Again, if you're doing a set, like, you can't make one rosette and call it one of your items. No, you need to make 3 mini rosettes, and that's a set of embellishments. Okay, set of mini bows. I know a lot of die sets will come with multiple size bows. Like, I have this one from Concord and Ninth, and it has 3 sizes of bows, and it makes a cute teeny tiny little bow, one of my favorites. um, and then I have, or you can just find, some bow sets come just like that. And this is a small bow as well. So there are options for those. You can do mini die cuts. And when we say mini, I think we understand that they just need to be smaller than what you would send in a regular swap. Um, Mini paper ruffles, I would make them like half an inch tall, maybe 3/4 of an inch tall. On average, they're about an inch tall. So I would say half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. I have some examples. Um, Mini shaker embellishments. I have, I'm trying to think. I know I have a couple of mini shaker dies, but I don't have them with me right now. Um, I have a jar. Ooh, here it is. Okay. So this watering can set comes with a mama and a baby size, so I could use the baby size to make a mini shaker embellishment. I have this mason jar set from ZF Party, and it comes with the mama and the baby. There's a huge size difference in these, but this would make a cute little shaker embellishment. So those are just some examples. Um, like I said, we're sticking with that idea of making three for a set of three for one to be considered one item. You can do a set of 3x3 note cards because those are cute and miniature. You can do a mini embellishment box. You could do a set of 20s. And if you don't know what a 20 is, it is essentially a 2-inch by 2-inch square or a 2-inch circle that you decorate like you would any other embellishment. You could do a mini dangle, and I would say to put at least 6 charms or beads on it. I'm not saying make a make a dangle with 1 charm and 1 bead, because I mean that's a little silly. I would just stick with the 6. I think 6 is a small number. So and then my my other idea was mini butterfly embellishments. Lacey over at the Cheeky Bum, she always has um, lists of ideas for her swaps as well. So maybe take a look at some of her ideas if you can't come up with anything. But I have these mini butterfly embellishments because someone gifted me this adorable butterfly die recently. So I think I'm definitely going to make some of these for this swap. And yeah, I think that about covers it. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to either leave it in the comments down below or get a hold of me on Instagram. I am at your underscore crafty underscore BFF over on Instagram as well. And so let's talk about rosettes real quick. So I have this die from Tim Holtz, and it makes mini size rosettes. If you can see here, I think this one would be about 3/4 of an inch. It's about 3/4 of an inch wide, so it would be an inch and a quarter in diameter. And then this one is a little bigger at 1 inch to make it 2 inches. So I definitely wouldn't use this one, but I would use this one. The beauty of the small one is that you only have to cut it out once to make a rosette. And I do have it cut out here. I haven't folded it or anything, but I thought I would just give some examples, right? So about 3/4 of an inch or half an inch, and then it would, so however wide your rosette strip is, you double it, and that's how big the diameter will be. If you don't have the miniature die, which of course not everyone does, a little trick. Okay, so this is a die from KS Craft that makes a, oh geez, this one comes out to be 2 1/4, so it does come out to be like quite a big rosette. So but my trick around that, because I never want to make a rose, I personally have never made a rosette like that. What I would do is cut it down to 3/4 of an inch with my trimmer, like so. And then I would need 2 of those. So what did I say? 3/4 of an inch. So I would cut those both at 3/4 of an inch, and then that will make me a nice small mini rosette. Okay. Then paper ruffles. Like I said, a 1/2 inch is as small as I would go to make a mini paper ruffle. But I thought I would show you what a 1/2 inch looks like. And I usually do about 4 folds. And that's 4 of them. So I would just do my folds, cut off the excess, and then I always like to add my little the little banner cuts at the end. Is that what you call it? Like that. So I would just cut right there in the middle, and then diagonal and diagonal to make those little cuts. And then I would just sew it, and isn't that an adorable little mini paper ruffle? I also have it here in 3/4 of an inch size, which I think is still acceptable as a mini paper ruffle, because like I said, most of the time I cut them at 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch. Now I gotta do this part just because I did the other one. And after this, I will show you how to do the mini memory decks without needing a mini memory decks die. So there is a 3/4 inch paper ruffle there. You could, and then, oh, I should have added, with rosettes, you can always do the old school method where you need a piece of cardstock and a score tool, and then you just score, and you can choose either score every 1/8 of an inch or every 1/4 of an inch to make your little rosette. I like to start with a bigger piece of paper, do my scores, and then cut it down to a half, and then I would cut this after I scored it all the way down to 12 inches, every 1/8 of an inch or every 1/4 of an inch, and then I would take my trimmer and then cut it to 3/4 of an inch. And then you can make yourself your own mini rosette without a die at all. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. And now we will talk about making a mini memory dex card. I don't have the dies to make a mini memory dex card, but I have received one in the mail, and so it makes it a little easier if someone has sent you a mini memory dex card, but you can still do it without needing one. So I have discovered that of the few that I have, they all are about 3 1/4 inches wide, and they are about 3 inches tall. So that's what this one is. And so I've cut out a regular memory dex card die. This one measures 4 by 3 1/4. And to make it a mini memory dex card, what I'm gonna do is cut it cut it at 3. Okay, I didn't think this one through because this is not a, here. Let's do 2 3/4. If you have a regular topped memory dex card, it'll be a little easier, but this one was a little funky. Okay, and then what you want to do is cut about a 1/2 inch off of each side. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch on this side, and then a 1/2 inch on this side. And then I have a mini memory dex card that is about 3 inches by by 2 3/4 inches tall. But like I said, if you had a different one that was a little taller, then you could get that 3-inch tall card, but this would work just fine. So basically any memory dex die that you have, you would take it down to about 3 inches tall and then cut about a half an inch off on each side. And then you don't have to have a special mini memory dex die. Make sense? I hope so. And you can see they're about the same. They are about the same size. And as long as those holes are there in the middle, that works. And then of course, if you have the memory dex punch, it would make it even easier for you, because you would just cut yourself a piece of 3 by 3 1/4 and then punch your little punches out. Oh, and the other thing was that I tried this method the other night, and I went ahead and rounded the corners as well, and I think that just gives it a nice finished look without anything too fancy. So that, I think, brings me to the end of this video. Like I've said numerous times, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, or get a hold of me on Instagram. I'd be happy to help you. I think this is going to be a really fun mini swap, and it's going to be super duper cute. So thanks for watching. Sign up in the comments down below, or over on my Instagram post. I will make sure to write everyone's name down and get a list started. So, and the other thing is, while there is plenty of time, don't feel bad if you do end up having to drop out or anything like that. Things happen with families and whatnot. But I just like to know. I like to know ahead of time how many people there are, how many people I can kind of expect, to participate. But if you do end up having to drop out, it's not a big deal. Just let me know. I like to know who's gonna participate and how many packages I can expect at my door. Hopefully this will be a little easier on shipping as well, because everything is miniature, but we shall see. So if you have, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to get a hold of me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for considering joining my swap, and have a great day. Bye.